It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. Hey, I can't tell you who to sock it to. Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's the flower that blooms in any season, your girl Miss T. I hope y'all doing good out there. I wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about Malik Yoba. If y'all don't know who Malik Yoba is, he co-starred with Michael De Lorenzo on the hit series New York Undercover. If you were 80s or even a 90s baby, you already know that used to be the stuff back in the day. I think Malik Yoba even called it the little hood show that could. That is very appropriate, very appropriate. If y'all don't know him from New York Undercover, you might know him from the Why Did I Get Married franchise. He was married to Janet Jackson. He was quite a little butthole in that movie. But anyway, and most recently he has been cast on Empire as Vernon Turner. So about a week ago, Malik took to his Instagram page and posted a video of a young man named Maurice Reese. He was 20 years old, and in this video, Maurice was being taunted by a group of men for his relationship with a transgender woman. He was loud and proud with it. He was not ashamed, and I mean, honestly, I feel that's how everyone should be. No one should be ashamed of who they are in love with.
You say, keep it in being, you fuck what? You fuck what? Bro, you do what?
Fuck training, so what?
That's thorough? Like, that's not thorough. You sucking dick and all that. That's not thorough, sucking dick and all that. You suck dick.
And society as a whole just needs to grow up. The way someone chooses to live their life is of no consequence to you. Live and let live. That's my motto, but you know, I ain't in charge of nothing. So Malik took this opportunity as a teaching moment. And not only did he take this opportunity to tell people why bashing people for their attraction to transgender people was wrong, he also let us know that he is also attracted to transgender women. Attention, black and all men, this is not okay. This video is another heartbreaking example of the homophobia, transphobia, hatred, and hypocrisy we as black folks, black men in particular, have to name, face, and call out and do the work to heal. This is exactly why I will be at Trans March on DC hosting a workshop called Love and Trauma, the Trans Experience on September 27th, 2019. Details to be determined. His name was Maurice Reese Willoughby, a 20-year-old baby who killed himself from an apparent drug overdose after his girlfriend left him due to abuse. Clearly, as evidenced in this video, this young man was confident in his choice to love who he loved, but the uninformed young men around him haven't been taught by us that love is love and acceptance of trans love is okay, and bullying has nothing to do with masculinity or heterosexual behavior. Ultimately, his mental and emotional health was not intact enough, and the fragility of his life as he saw it was too much to bear. Oftentimes, this type of shame and ridicule can lead to the murders of women of the trans experience. Not okay. Clearly, he didn't get the support of his peers who think that toxicity equals masculinity and humanity. That being a real man means we must disrespect and demean those that find themselves attracted to women of the trans experience. The fact that he was trans attracted presumably meant that he had no safe space to go to find the support he needed to learn to navigate love of a woman of the trans experience in a world that constantly tells you you're wrong. Trans people deserve love and respect, as do those of us that love them. I love all women and count myself among those that find themselves trans attracted. And I too have felt the self-imposed shame that comes with that truth, but it's time to speak up. It is not about genitalia or sex, but about attraction to the soul and humanity of an individual, and often the beauty that is in the courage and conviction to live one's truth. As a self-identified cis heterosexual man, I too am learning what it means to be trans attracted. Many of us, famous and otherwise, that have struggled with accepting our attraction, so we do nothing. This must change. And I could not agree with him more. The bullying, the toxic masculinity, the homophobia, it needs to stop. It really does. So after Malik Yoba made that post, you already know people lost their minds. And they had a lot of ignorant stuff to say. You have the right to disagree, but what you don't have the right to do is bully and physically harm people. And let's keep it real. Malik Yoba is a dark-skinned black man. He is the epitome of masculinity. It is no wonder why so many cisgendered black men were triggered. Him coming out, so to speak, challenges the black man's representation in the media. It really doesn't, but I'm sure that they feel somewhat attacked. If there is one thing that black men like to hold on to, it's their masculinity. And I'm sure in some way they might feel that their desirability in society is under attack. Now, with all of that being said, my antennas was up. As fast as I was getting ready to commend Malik Yoba for being forthcoming about his sexuality, skirt, now I'm giving him the side eye. Not too long ago, I think it was in 2018, Malik Yoba was just celebrating his girlfriend for the wonderful woman that she was. And he had a whole wife. Yes, Malik Yoba was married to a woman named Cat Wilson, who divorced him back in 2010. Fun fact, Cat used to date R. Kelly. Lord, anyway. Hey, he ain't got no type. He ain't got no type. Ain't nothing wrong with it. In my opinion, ain't nothing wrong with it. But I did think this was a good time to pose a very important question. And that is, as a cisgendered or cis female, cis male, y'all get me together if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but are you still considered heterosexual if you choose to date a transgender person? I don't know. Let's talk about it. And then secondly, if you do choose to do that, do you have to be forthcoming and forthright if you also choose to date someone of the opposite sex who is also cisgender? I mean, as a woman, that's something I would want to know. If my man was attracted to someone else that was transgender or even of the same sex. Let's talk about it. So my question is, did his wife or ex-wife and girlfriend know that he was attracted to trans women? And if they were and they were cool with it, hey, more power to them. That's what's up. It gets a little muddy if Malik had this attraction towards transgender women and he didn't let his ex-wife or girlfriend know about it. In my opinion, I believe that this is information that should be shared. When I'm dating, I want to know about your background. Do you have a criminal history? Is your credit good? What is your religious background? How many children do you have? How many possible children do you have? Etc., etc. So surely I feel that if I am dating you or I am romantically involved with you, I should know what you're into, what you're attracted to. I should at least have the option as to whether I want to continue with a romantic relationship with you. I understand that some people might not want to divulge that information, but it's like a different strokes for different folks type of thing. There are many women out here that I believe would not have a problem with it. I know women who date bisexual men. You just never know until you ask. But not being forthcoming with this type of information, you're kind of taking away my choice. It's like you're lying by omission, and that's not cool. Now, would Malik Yoba be considered a heterosexual man since he is attracted to transgender women? Let's break it down. A heterosexual is a person that is sexually attracted to people of the opposite sex. And a homosexual is a person that is sexually attracted to people of one's own sex. So, I think it might come down to a matter of whether this transgender or transsexual person is post-op or pre-op. The sexual organs would be considered of the opposite sex if they're post-op transsexuals. And you know, for me, it also comes down to just more than sexual organs. I think men crave feminine energy, which I believe that transgender women give off. They give off feminine energy. I don't think it's a male. They are trying to strive for feminine energy, feminine characteristics, feminine physical characteristics as well. So in my opinion, I don't think that we could label him homosexual. Now, there are clearly some blurred lines in his heterosexuality, but he's clearly attracted to feminine sexual organs, feminine energy, etc., etc. But again, my concern is whether he was forthright and forthcoming with this information with his partners. I don't see nothing wrong with it, as long as everyone is honest. So family, those are my thoughts on the situation. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. As a cis woman or cis man, if you choose to date a transgender, are you considered heterosexual or homosexual? Y'all let me know how you feel. And also, if you choose to do that, should you be forthcoming with your other partners that aren't transgender? Y'all let me know. As always, thank you for checking out this video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next time.